Hey, and if you want to master making simple pop-up cards with Cricut Design Space, I'm going to show you how. Because this giraffe pop-up card is so easy to make. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the crafter and designer behind this channel, and I'm here to help you get the best of your Cricut machine and become your own designer. And today we're making these pop-up giraffe cards. Now, you don't have to use my giraffe alphabet. I'm going to drop the link for that below. There's also a full lion alphabet. This is from the same set. There's more to come, but these are the first two. And you can use any of those, but I'm also going to drop the link to all of my printable alphabets, because you might want to make the pop-up card, but you might not want to make a baby card. So I have got birthday cakes, I've got birthday sets, I've got ballerinas, we've got fairies, we've got tractors, we've got space rockets. You can make anything. I'll drop the link to all my printable alphabets, have a scroll and choose what one's best for you, because it will work with any theme. And what we're going to do today is we're going to do a split monogram letter. I'm going to show you how I do that with print and cut, and it's really easy. And the reason that I split it is so that the letter stands out. We're going to layer the letter, and then I'm going to show you how to make a printable inside pop-up sleeve. Now this is all one layer, and it says baby, and I've created just one layer that I've print off and put in as a sleeve, so there's not loads of separate layers. I'm one of those crafters that I just want to easy craft. I want to get on with it, make it done, and I still want it to be effective. So you don't have to cut loads of layers. If that's your thing, cut them out in layers and layer them up. But for me, this today as a simple card that you can just throw together really quite quickly, works really well and is easy. Okay, so let's hop over to Cricut Design Space. I'll see you there, and we're going to make pop-up cards. So we're going to start by getting rid of the grid lines. Just go between two zeros. That works for me. If not, you might need to go into your settings. And then we're just going to add a quick shape so that we can change the background. So now go to the bottom right and click on background colour and choose whatever colour works for you. Now we're going to make our insert. So we're going to unlock the square and drag it. I'm going to drag it to the optimum size for print and cut. So I've just changed my square to print and cut. And then I'm just going to drag it around until I get rid of the red exclamation mark. And that means I can print and cut it. So this is going to be cut on my Cricut Joy Extra because that prints and cuts too, but you could also use your Maker or Explore. So now you can go ahead and upload your letters. So I'm uploading my jungle giraffe letters. You can see there in the dashboard my lions. I'm loving this alphabet. So I'm going to go and I'm going to upload H and B, A and Y. So I can make a hello baby card. So they come in quite big, so you're going to have to size them smaller. I'm keeping my white card, which is my printable card, to the size I want to keep it at. And I'm going to move everything else around that. So now I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to make another layer that I'm going to make a basic cut, which is going to be slightly bigger. Now, if you've already got a card blank, you don't need to do this stage. But if you haven't, then this is going to be your outside of your card. But you can use it even if you've got a card blank, just so that you've got an idea of how your file will fit. So I'm just dragging my H onto it just to make sure that it's the right size. And if you look, I mean, I can resize it after, but there's a cross in the middle, so that tells you where the middle is. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to add some text to the front of this. So we're going to add hello. So click on your text tool, type in your word. So I am typing in hello. Then you're going to go up to the top to your fonts. We're on Cricut fonts, but if you click on the little filter button, you can filter it so that you only get the free ones, because you can see there they're all paid. So just click on that button, click on free, and you will see all of the free fonts. Now check the angel policy, because I think they don't like you selling stuff, so you have to check. But if you're making it just for a friend, then that's fine. I'm going to go with this font here because I like how squiggly that is. It's really cute. So it's called Hachimaru Pop, I think, or something like that. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to find our H. I'd lost it. If you ever do lose something when you've got so many things on, if you click in the side panel, you can find it. I'm going to hover my text over the front, and I want it to sit below the giraffe's head. I don't want it going over the giraffe's head. So once I've got it where I want it, I'm just going to scroll in a bit so I can see. Again, scroll in, don't make things bigger. I'm going to click edit, and I still struggle finding this all the time. I think years of using Design Space and it changing just really is frustrating. I'm going to go to effects, I'm going to click offset. So I'm going to take it in so that it's bigger than my word and chunky, but doesn't distort the word. And then I'm going to put that first layer over my letter and then pop my other layer on the top. So I'm going to put the back white and the top green. And that's just going to add definition to my word so that it stands out. I'm going to add another offset again. I think I want it just a bit bolder. And again, I think I'm going to turn that white, and you can see that it just starts to stand out. Now I'm going to select all and add an offset, and that will connect my word to my letter. Turn that white, and then it looks like it's all one. So I've added it on, and I'm adding an offset so that, there you go, it looks like it's all one word and like it was always meant to be that way. Select all and click flatten. And now I'm going to add 2 offsets to this. Very slight, because what I want to do is just have 2 cut layers. So that this will be the print and cut layer. Then I'm just going to have 2 very slight cut layers to add depth to the front of my card. So it's not like a massive overspill, but it just adds a bit of definition. So I'm going to colour those both different shades of green. I think green's going to work better, although it might work to add a layer of blue in, but I will see when I get to cutting stage and make my final decision on that. But what I've done there is I've created those layers. I've got to make sure they're both cut, because I want the top to be print and cut, and 2 cut layers that I'm going to attach with sticky pads. I also want a background layer for my letter that's going to go between the letter and the card, just to add a bit more detail, or it's going to look a bit flat. So I'm going to just drag my square bigger here that I've got. I'm going to unlock it, maybe drag it into a bit more of a rectangle, and that's going to be a detailed pattern. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to drag that to the back so I can see it. Then I'm going to go to the top and change it from basic cut to print and cut. And then I'm going to click on colour and change that to pattern and scroll through until I find a pattern that works for this project. So I've got quite a lot of my own, but I'm going to use this Cricut cloud pattern. That really works. I love that. So yeah, that's what we're going to use, and that's going to be our in-between layer for the card. So now we're going to make the pop-up template, and that is how we're going to make the pop-up card. We're going to slice it out. So we're going to start with a square, and we're going to duplicate it, and we're going to get 3 squares and line them up. And then what we're going to do is centralise them. And when I'm looking at these, I'm thinking, no, I need 4 squares, because 1 square for every letter. So I'm typing baby, so that means that 1 square for every letter. Because what we're going to do is we're going to slice around these squares to make the template. So I'm going to weld those together once they've been centralised. And this is just a really good way of doing it so that you can control where it's going to be. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these lines, and this line is just a squashed down square. I'm going to change the colour of that in a minute, I think, because that'll make it easier to see. And I'm going to just drag those in between the square. So duplicate them and put 1 in between every single space. What I'm going to do is make it longer, because obviously you want double your square, because you want that to slice out like a cube. So drag that longer as well. Change the colour, any colour, it doesn't matter, it's just so that you can see. And this is the only way in my head that I could work out how to do this and slice it out and make it uniform. So just keep duplicating those, put 1 in there. So you're going to have 5 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, yep. And then that's what you're going to slice out of your card to create the shape that you're going to get your 4 blocks. Once you've done that, you're going to move the black blocks out of the way, because they were just your guide. And then you're going to weld your lines together, and that's going to give you your template. So actually, if you're going to make these cards again, it's worth saving this template once you've got this sliced out. So you can see in the middle of that card, there's a square. That's the centre of your card. And you're going to use that as your guide. So I'm going to just move this over a bit so I can see what I'm doing. But you can see that the centre of the lines fit in the centre. But I'm going to select all anyway and just check with my align tool and make sure that it is centralised. So you could do it either central horizontally or centre it. Once I'm happy with that, then I'm going to select all and I'm going to click slice. And that's going to slice out the lines. So you can see there, this is where you would save it and save it as, I don't know, a 4-block template for a pop-up card. So now that I've got my template, I can start adding my letters. So I'm going to add baby, and because this is going to fold out, it's going to fold out in two sides, like a little triangle almost. So I'm going to put my bee on, align it on one side, and then I'm going to duplicate it and pop it on the other side. So as you can see, as I'm going through, that I'm creating the baby, and it's going to be two parallel lines down both sides. So it will duplicate, but it does look really cute. What's really important is you align your letters, but also if you can see that central square, that is the middle of your insert card. You can't overlap that because that's going to be the middle, so you don't want to overlap with your letters. So just make sure they're lined up. When you're happy, select all and flatten. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of decoration. So I'm going to upload just from some of the jungle elements. I'm going to upload a vine and a tree. To decorate this is really up to you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a few vines on the top first. So these are in the shop. I'll pop the link below. They're 50p for the elements if you want them, or you can use something from Cricut Design Space if you've got access. So I'm just going to do this now, but I'm not sure. So we'll get them all in position so you can duplicate them. Either turn them around by using your rotate tool, or you can flip them. So with this one, I'll duplicate, not the whole thing. And then if you go to the top, you can flip it. So I think that's too much detail. I think what I'm going to do is make those top vines a little bit smaller. Just so that I just want it to be pretty and have a little bit of detail, but not too much. I'm going to add my tree. So again, this is in the elements set. Get rid of the bottom vines. Just find those. And I'm going to pop the tree in there, duplicate that, make it a bit smaller, maybe. And then I'm going to put one on the other side. So when you open the card, you've got a really pretty detail, but you've got space to write to. So I'm going to select all and flatten those. And now I've sent it to print and cut. Now you can see an offset on there. I haven't put that in because it didn't work. So don't add the offset, and I'll show you why in a minute. So I'm going to choose print. I'm going to choose my system dialog, and I'm going to choose the best quality, because doing it through your system dialog is always better than Cricut. The quality comes out better. Once I've done that, I can send it to cut. And as you can see, all of my projects are there ready in my sidebar, ready to send to print and cut. And here we are. So this is the inside of our pop-up card printed out. I've not done this before, so I'm so excited to see how it's going to turn out. And obviously, again, like I always do, what I'm going to do once I've got this printed is match up my cut layers, so that any layers for my front cover that I want to cut out, I can match those up. So what's really important here is to get this the right way around. So when you look at the trees, they're on the right hand side, so it's got to be exactly the same as it is on your screen. If it isn't, it won't cut properly because it'll all be in the wrong place. So check your screen before you pop this into your Cricut Joy or Maker. And we're cutting out. Now I've added an offset on that so you can see where the lines will be in the middle. You don't have to add the offset, and it may cut all those out yet, we will see, but hopefully we'll see a bit of those lines. So I did take the offset off, and now I'm cutting out. So it's cutting out my lines in between, and then it's going to cut out the whole lot. And this is going to be the inside of my pop-up card. And I'm now cutting out the last piece. So I've used a lot of scraps where I can for this project. I have a box of scraps and I just dig them out. And I love the fact that I can use stuff rather than it goes to waste. So everything's printed out. I've got a card base. I've also got my insert and I've got my front, so that everything's ready to start building. And what we're going to start with is to prepare the pop-up. And I've got my scoring tool. You could do it with a ruler and a pencil. This is by Cricut Guillotine, but it's got the scoring attachment on it. So any scoring tool you've got, I'm just going to pop that there and score there. So you can see that's put that score line in. I want to score the other end. And again, just line that up, score that. And then we're going to score right down the middle. Now, once you've done that, you will see that you've got your score lines. So what we want is these lines to go outwards and the other line to go inwards. So what we're going to do is we're going to bend that. So we've got the score lines there ready. can probably go that way with that. And if we push that in that way, then that should do it. Then what we want to do is bend those either way, so that when that opens, and that's the aim. So that is all. Now we can attach that to the centre of our card. And you can see that when you attach it to the centre of your card, you're going to go right in the centre, so that when you open your card, you've got your baby pop up. I'm going to use my easy runner. Don't want to go over the, she says. So we do need it on those lines, because those lines have got to stick down. But we don't want it overlapping like that. So if you do that, just fold that back. Go right down that line, because we want that line to stick. And then either side there. And again, on that bit, but not overlapping. Fold it, and then we're going to attach it to one side. So you've got to flatten it in, go from the middle, and there's your one side. Then go over to the other side. You've got to make sure it's lined, and there's your card centre. And that's why you've got to make it so that you get it right in the middle, because you don't want to overstretch it. But when you open your card, you want your baby to pop up. Now we're going to build the front. The front's the easiest bit. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to use a combination, as always, of sticky pads and layers. I think I'm going to stick that flat on the card, because that's quite a thin printable layer. Centre that quite centrally, and then we're going to just make sure we've got these the right way, because it's such a fine offset, you've got to get it exactly right, and build these up. I'm going to cut these in half. They just go so much further, you don't need to use a full one. And I love this alphabet. There is, if you check my YouTube channel or the blog, there is also a lion alphabet so far. The zebra is coming next week. So for the lion tutorial, I made a shadow box. I will grab that in a minute. And you can just see that we've just got just a very subtle offset, which is exactly what I wanted. Add the next layer. There's been quite a lot of techniques in this tutorial today, but I wanted to do something really lovely with this. It's such a cute alphabet set. And there we go, there's our hello. We're going to pop that on there, and you can just see how working with patterns makes such a difference. We could have used a plain one, but once you start using print and cut in Cricut, or just working with any pattern, I mean, whether you buy pattern books, but it's just cheaper to use the patterns and make your own patterns. In fact, I will drop a tutorial on how to make your own patterns, because then no matter what you want to make, you can always make a pattern to match. And we're going to pop that on there, and there you go. That is a super gorgeous pop-up baby card saying hello baby. Isn't that just an easy craft? And I know that I say that all the time, but it just shows that once you know how, everything's easy. And I love the way it turned out. Do let me know in the comments what theme you went for, or did you just go for the giraffe theme? There are so many free alphabets that the opportunities are endless with this. You can put more squares in, less squares, you can put messages, you can put names. I just love the effect that creates. I'm going to pop the link, as I said, for all of the themed alphabets below. I'm also going to pop a link on how to make patterns in Canva, because if you can make patterns and upload them to Cricut, you never need to buy yourself a scrapbooking paper again. You can just design and make your own really easy. Thank you so much for crafting along with me. I hope you manage it, and do let me know. I will see you next time, and happy crafting.